welcome to Coffee and Tea with Aeson and Tracy. How are you, darling?
I'm good. How are you? Well,
Surviving.
you could have been better, huh?
Oh, I've been 100% better before. Uh, yeah, I came down with this winter croup. I don't know what it is. It feels like it's a sinus infection, but it came on weirdly. Like I woke up roasting, and then went into this full bound zero energy, put me to death, please weekend of New Year's. Thank God it had been a year. I decided I was not going to book anything because I wasn't going to be available. Um,
Isn't it funny how it works when we
it
do those kind of
is. It
things?
is. It's been so weird because this week I've been up and down, and some of the networks I work for, and they've been having issues and different problems, and I'm just like,
Right? It's like,
great. Yeah, great. Yeah, I needed a nap. That's nice. Had a lovely nap, and you guys decided to go crash on me.
that's like, I wound up missing the Yule Ball.
Mm-hmm.
What that was a Saturday before the weekend before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And that week, like Monday morning, my one coworker called off sick, and I'm like, okay. I was there Monday, I was there Tuesday. Wednesday, I was like planning to go in like earlier than normal to do things. And Tuesday night, I went to bed early. I was feeling fine. Mine came on odd too, just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I went to bed early just because I wanted to get up super early, not because I felt fine. I just went to bed early to get up super
Right.
early. And so I went to bed super early and I got up at 11 p.m. And the reason I woke up is because obviously you swallow when you're sleeping. Woke up to thinking I was swallowing razor blades.
Ooh.
And I'm like, what the hell is happening? Went down, took a shot of NyQuil because,
Uh-huh.
NyQuil fixes everything.
It does. They have
NyQuil
changed
fixes
that
this
though.
shit.
They've changed NyQuil though. Compared to what we had as kids, like this stuff is not it.
Yeah, it did nothing. And I got up in the morning when the alarm clock went off, and I rolled over and I looked at my husband. I was like, this is bad. This is bad. And then,
Uh-huh.
like, by that afternoon, I was like elephant man in the neck.
Oh goodness.
And I don't recall having swollen glands like that since I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tested negative. Then I went to the doctor Friday because I just wasn't getting better. I kept thinking, and I didn't say anything about not going until the last minute because I kept saying, it's going to be okay in a few days. It's going to be okay.
All right.
It wasn't getting better.
Nah.
It just wouldn't let up.
Yeah.
And I was so sad and I was so upset that I didn't get to see you all. But I surely couldn't have been around anybody. But tested negative, went to Dr. Friday anyway. I was saying tested negative for COVID, tested negative for strep, tested negative for flu.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't got anything. I'm
It's
like,
just
well,
laryngitis.
tell this big fat neck that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it sucked.
Well, and that's what gets me. And I think it's where we took 2 years off from the world. And while we were gone, diseases got evil. They got bored and toxicized themselves and mutated.
And our resistance kind of went down because we weren't around people. And you have to be around people to be around germs.
True.
We need the germs.
No, we need the dirt. We could get rid of the germs.
Right. But yeah, you need the dirt. You need the,
Yeah.
you have
And I've had every injection bull there is. I've got my COVID, I've got my flu, I've got my pneumonia, I've got my shingles. I'm of that age now where, we get shot with everything.
yes.
It's like, all right, just round it up. Let's get it over there. Shannon says, personally, I could get rid of people. Personally, I could live at this point into like a little like bubble. Do you remember those 90s sci-fi movies where everyone had their own little bubble they just lived in? And like everything was corridored and people just brought you what you ordered. Amazon just delivered it through the little sealed box. I personally am at the point right now I could do that. Like I would be happy that
You
way.
could just roll around like little hamsters,
Yeah.
finger balls.
Well, don't even that. Like it all comes to you. You've got your little gym equipment, your own little garden. You can decide if it's sunny or raining or whatever. I'd be happy with that. That way it could be night all the time.
But sinus, yeah, you got a sinus thing going
Yeah,
on.
I've got
And then
sinuses out the wazoo. I feel like I've been beat.
and that messes with your balance, everything.
Yeah.
You know, your equilibrium's off and
Your
and it does,
time dispersion is off. I laid down, thought I was down for 30 minutes. I was down for half a day. I was like, what the hell? But all right. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Jamie. Hello, Miss Brenda. Nice to see you, darling.
well, you know what they always say, and we say it too, when if you don't slow down, the
Uh huh.
universe finds a way to make you slow down.
Yes, yes, yes. We're having a meeting tomorrow to discuss my schedule. That will be interesting.
But yeah, when you said you were sick, well, when Joe put a message out, I was just like, he don't get sick. But
Not that quickly and not that often.
yeah, you're like my husband. Like my husband doesn't get sick, and I was saying, so I had that thing for like 3 weeks basically.
Yeah.
He says one day, I'm getting your shit.
Uh
I'm like,
huh.
oh, well, that happens. We're in the same house. We're trying to be careful. He had a scratchy throat for like 2 days and was done with it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the
Mm.
normal, not this.
He has some kind of, it's not human, his immunity. It really isn't.
It's a strong possibility.
He doesn't get sick. He doesn't, like I say, yeah, 2 days of a scratchy throat. And he was like, oh, I'm better.
Right.
Well, I'm still hacking up a lung and holding my throat. And
Yeah. Um, Donna's about. I'm all about slowing down. I'm not going to kill one more minute. Um, yeah, Joe's been super awesome at keeping communication going because when I get sick, I have a Miranda in this house that requires me to take off, like out of your office. Give me your cell phone. Here's the TV remote. Alexa will take care of the rest. And I'm like, and they're like, no, we can either get this over in a weekend or you can get this over in 2 weeks. Your choice.
yeah, it is not fun.
Mm-hmm.
Sick season is not fun.
No. And it's always sinuses that gets me. So, yes, Aeson will be slowing down. Aeson will be getting a new schedule by the hive mind that works out. Um, that's
Aeson can't help others if Aeson's not well.
right.
You got to help yourself first.
Right. And things got really crazy at the begin from October on to January. It has gotten insane. I'm working on multiple projects and multiple things. And I did join a new network. I'm on Fortuna. It's an interesting one. It's more messaging back and forth. It's not live. You have 24 hours to answer the messages. I kind of like that. It's a
That
nice
does.
additive into like the direct calls and the demand services I do.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
it
does
allows
sound
me to
interesting.
work with like a lot of people.
I'm getting into something new myself.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working on getting certified as an energetic facelift practitioner.
Oh, that'll be
Energy
interesting.
facelifts, and yeah, I've always been into that stuff. It's really cool, and I got an opportunity to start working on that. So
Cool.
that'll be a new service I offer soon.
Awesome.
I can't yet. I'm not officially certified, but in
Right.
the works.
Hi, Angel.
So I'll
I'll
put
bring this
my
down normally at half, maybe a day. A few times she's been down like regular six people. She doesn't know what to do. I don't either. I've been watching TV, which I've got a show to talk about with Dottie next week. If you guys want to hear my thoughts on Call Me Cleo, because I lived during that era.
Did that start?
Yes, it is on HBO Max, honey.
Oh, it's HBO Max. Okay, I
Yeah.
gotta jot that down. I had caught advertisements for that, and
Yes, it is live. It is interesting because it's really weird. It's not like Hotline, which have you seen Hotline?
No.
Okay, your assignment is to go watch Hotline. It's on a lot of the free services. We'll talk
Okay.
about that next month.
I'll jot that down too. I'm not a big TV watcher, but I did catch an ad somewhere. I don't even know where about Call Me Cleo. And I'm like, I need to check that one out. Because
Yeah,
that was our era.
it's
And
it was the start of our era. I mean,
yeah, it
a
was,
lot of it was, and what people do not realize is it was the start of a lot of eras. All the stuff you guys saw coming out in 2021 about work from home and you need this equipment, the psychics have been doing it for years. You know, we pioneered work from home and telecommuting. I mean, I've had an office in San Francisco now 17 years. I don't pay San Francisco prices.
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It just caught my interest. Because like I was younger,
Hmm.
when Cleo was out and that was like, at the time, I didn't know I would be doing what I do now.
Hmm.
But it's that when you're, well, I'm psychic.
Yeah.
And I didn't know at that time, it was like that was just, I was drawn to it and, all those things and just starting to learn and going that path. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, I need to see that. It piqued my
It was
interest.
an interesting era. It was not the time of the internet, it was the time of the infomercials. It was interesting that things were different in the way relationships worked. The way we talked about relationships changed during that time. The way we done readings changed at that time. Um, that's when I was part time. I did work for PRN part time for many years. Um, it was interesting when the feds come and show up at your door and go, "We need your computer. We need the company's computer because the company had to buy the computers." So it was interesting. It was fun. If you guys want to hear my real thoughts and everything, about the show and about what was covered in the show. I wish they had done it differently. I really do. Compared to what I realized happened, that will be next Thursday because me and Dottie is going to do that one.
All right. I'll be watching. I got to watch it before that, though.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, because I want to see it then
Yeah.
hear your scoop.
Mm. My viewpoint.
Yes.
It's not a scoop. I've stated it before. I think that the two guys that ran PRN and still to this day run PRN, by the way, it does still exist, um, are slushier than shit.
Excuse me.
All right. Excuse me, darling.
I still have a little.
We do not advertise on my network unless you're one of my psychics or me. If you want to do that, we have a corporate sponsored Patreon. You can go get over there and take out an ad. Don't be spamming my comments. I ain't playing that.
Don't mess with sick people like that. Like, not today. Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, there
I
we go.
see too. Yeah.
So we'll take care of that.
Yeah. Not today, bud.
Yeah, not today. He just keeps changing his Facebook profile, and the other one just keeps doing it. It's like, fine, if you want corporate sponsorship, you can pay me, and we'll run a commercial for you. We have no problem in doing that. I'm going to throw that out there just because I am in the mood. You guys want to back the network? You guys want to here? I want that. Then go be a patron. Go become a super patron. There's only a few spots available. So there's that tomato juice. All right, guys. So, how's your New Year's been? We haven't talked.
I know. That's what I mean. I'd been sick and then didn't show up to see everybody, and then you got sick, and yeah, I'm just completely out of the loop with everybody. I hate
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Um Pretty uneventful so far, and that's good.
yeah.
That's uneventful's good.
Uneventful is good. Kids good.
Yeah,
Husband good. Did he enjoy his vacation, or does he
yeah,
get? See, I've
yeah.
never understood that. I don't know if the garages get the same vacations the teachers do.
No,
Okay.
they're still servicing buses and working on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He had like long weekends. Like he had like
Right.
Friday and Monday off for Christmas weekend and New Year's weekend. So
Okay.
an extended weekend, but we enjoyed our time off, even though, you know, feeling a little lousy, but we made the best of it.
Okay.
It was nice just to be home.
Yeah. Yeah. And now you start what I call the dredge, the January dredge, because you don't have any days off.
No, nope. I work and I've been pretty busy with those year ahead tarot spreads. So thank you everyone that's been purchasing those. And I've been busy with those.
Ah, tell us about those. And are you still going to provide them throughout the year?
I'm just going to do those right now. We'll see. But for right
Okay.
now, I'm thinking just, well, the month of December, I did them and that's passed. And I'm going to do them for the month of January here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm just going to offer them for those 2 months right now. We'll see where I'm led come the end of January, but they're pretty involved
Mm-hmm.
and they're pretty time consuming. So I don't know if I want to do them year round,
Yeah.
along with events and private, one-on-one readings, phone readings, and all the other stuff I'm doing, and starting into the energy facelift thing, and you know like spiritual skincare kind of thing. I just, I don't like to put too many irons in the fire because then I get sick
Right.
and get put down.
Yes, and get reminded, oh no, you're human too. You know, you may
Mhm.
be divine, but you're not divine.
Yes, dear. That's
You,
why it's like, yeah, I think just run them to the end of January because they're
yeah,
keeping me plenty busy. And
yeah.
again, thanks everybody that's purchasing those. And if you haven't and you're interested, go on my website, tracyvann.com, and it's right there to purchase the Year Ahead Tarot spread.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a full 12-month reading
Mm-hmm.
for you.
Yeah.
And it's an email reading, so that's cool too because you can refer back to it at any time.
Right. And you can go and check them out. You can, get it, today and go back in 3 months and see where it is. See where
Right.
within a year. Here we go. Is that under services? Oh, no, there it is.
Yes.
There we go. Let me grab the link for that for anybody wanting that. They can go get their year ahead spread.
Cool. Yeah, do check it out. And I still do my featured readers. That's no purchase, no charge. Just send in a picture of your pet with their name. And when I do my daily card pull through the week, when it's your turn, like when yours comes up, your pet gets posted on my Facebook page and do a daily card pull for you.
Yeah,
It's fun.
it is. Brenda, I am evil when see, and it took me a while to explain this to Joe. You don't want me to get to angry. Annoyed, you're in danger. Mad, you might want to like evaluate your behavior very quickly. Angry, we won't even ever be on camera when I'm angry because I don't control my mouth. I've never controlled my mouth, but when I'm angry, I cut. Very harsh, very bad.
I
Yeah.
don't know if y'all can hear them. The dogs outside are having a barkathon tonight.
They've got important messages to pass along.
They must be real important. It's like a whole conference
Yes.
out there tonight.
Yes. A very deep conference.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those very deep communicative things there. Hello, Nathan, and hello, Simone. Welcome in. We're having a little bit of spammer issues if you're just hopping in and not knowing what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, it happens.
And I'm still doing the yearly astrology. The transit reports I'm actually going to leave it up, although it's going to return to its normal price. Normally around the holiday season, I do the coming in year price. My pricing is so like 2024's will be $24. But the year's transit report will be going back up at the end of January. If anyone's wanting that, we'll plot that up there. Yeah, there's that. So there's that. We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, it's time to take on Psychic Reddit. We always enjoy this one.
I'm ready tonight.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Dottie the Psychic, and I'm sure you're wondering why I'm not wearing any makeup. Well, one reason is to irritate my social media manager, Aeson Knight. Hi, Aeson. The other reason is because I like to get to the naked truth about what it means to be a neurodivergent LGBT person with psychic abilities. I've got vlogs, blogs, and podcasts and videos all related to trying to live my best life and helping witches and bitches do the same thing. So, you can check all that out and get a reading from Dottie the Psychic at DOTTIEthepsychic.com. Safe travel and much profit to you.
Do you have a cute pet? We know you do. Each week, Tracy Vann chooses from submitted photos a featured reader for her Facebook page and provides a tarot reading. Your adorable pet cat, dog, rabbit, goat, chicken, snake, or more could be her next featured reader. Visit tracyvann.com, TracyVann.com, and click Featured Reader to submit. We look forward to seeing your pet next.
Hey everybody, Lady Gwendolyn here, and I am here to tell you how to get in contact with me and a little bit about what I do. I am the High Priestess that works with shadow work to help you grow and heal. And I work with access bars, Reiki, I do power forms. I'm recently getting into crystal healing, sound therapy as well. So you can go to Lady Gwendolyn Healing, that is LadyGwendolynHealing.com. Book your appointment with me. I do in person, I do over the phone, I do over Zoom. We can do that as well. My main goal is to help you grow and heal, because I've been there, I'm still going through it, and I let my strength help guide you. See you soon.
Hey everybody, Natalie here from The Pendulum's Path. If you are in need of guidance, direction, spiritual connection, healing, or more, you would come to the right place. I have worked as a psychic and a medium for over 3 years, connecting people from all over the world with their loved ones, giving them insight and guidance into their current situations, their past healings, their blockages, and what they need to know in order for them to have a better future. It would be my absolute honor if you would come to my website at www.thependulumspath.com. Visit my shop. I have a whole bunch of crystals, oils, balms, mystery boxes, and more. And visit my services. I offer 15-minute, 30-minute, and 60-minute sessions. I also have email readings available if you're not comfortable with the one-on-one session with me, or if you just want to try me out. I encourage you to come visit me at the Pendulum's Path, and let's get you back on the right track today.
All right. So me and Tracy enjoy sitting down and talking psychic Reddit. We got a doozy for you, and this is one that I've made comments on situations like this, but we haven't really gone in depth. And I thought this would be a great opportunity. Am I being scammed? Help! So I was referred to this psychic center by a friend. And so I've been going in. I've gone twice, and they've already charged me $2,500 plus another $500 for a cleansing and a candle. They keep rescheduling to meet up for the candle and cleansing, and I literally have so much anxiety because of this. I honestly don't want to do this anymore because I have this feeling in me. I don't know if it's my intuition telling me it's a bad idea. Am I being scammed right now? They told me all this stuff that I don't fully believe, and I don't know how to get out of this without fearing getting cursed. Is this dumb? I don't know what to think. Please help.
Yeah, you're getting scammed, and yeah, your gut's trying to tell you that you are. Listen to it.
Yeah.
Dang.
First of all,
You're feeling anxious. He or she came right out and said, like, I'm feeling anxious. I don't want to do it.
yeah. But let's talk about some things they bring up other than, yes, you're being scammed. This is you being scammed. $2,500 for two sessions, one of them being a reading and a candle. All right. So let's break down the real cost of things. First of all, if they were real psychics, they wouldn't be charging this price.
Correct.
I recently raised my rate on my what I call my high demand networks to $6.99 a minute. Not my normal networks, my high demand networks that normally charge a high commission. I actually make $3.23. I feel bougie.
We're not going to sell you a candle. I mean, if we sell candles, we'll sell you a candle.
Yeah.
Scented candles, those kind of things. But we're not going to sell you a candle for $500 to
Right.
rid you of something.
Candle. Love them. Guess what? This one's heavily laden in pine scent. It's great for money growing. It was not $2,500 or $500. I've had candles that were ordered for a wedding, and yeah, they were expensive because they were gold leaf candles, meaning that the wax was also with gold leaf. The woman ordered like 7 of them. They were expensive. For the 7 candles, she paid, I think, $450. 7 nice, beautiful pillar candles for her wedding.
Stuff.
Huh?
Fancy stuff.
Fancy stuff. She wanted gold leaf candles that were gold waxed, and they were special order, and we arranged that. And as I was helping with the wedding, as in I'm performing the wedding, we got the resources she wanted for the candles. Those were the most expensive candles I've ever seen. Okay, guys, ever seen. Our energy is valuable. It is valuable. The energy that you use for psychic readings is the same energy that goes out for anything else. If we're doing Reiki services, if we are doing hands-on healing services, that energy is valuable. And Reiki has a principle in it. It's the first principle they teach, and most spiritual people have an issue with it. You charge something for Reiki. It is an energy exchange.
Right.
Part of the dogma within Reiki to charge something. $2,500, you better have my ass floating.
I was just going to say, I better be floating and, feeling really friggin' good for a long time. But yeah, and like as far as like candles, I mean, if I'm doing a reading with someone and maybe we're talking about, wanting to set an intention for
Hmm.
something, I'll tell you, go light a candle. Go light your own damn candle.
Right.
You don't have to buy a special one off of me. You can go get a tea light candle at the Dollar Tree.
Right.
Like, well, there's no special tools to
Right.
remove anything, or the curses and hexes and all that stuff.
Well,
If
first of all, when someone tells me they've been cursed, I ask them, so what'd you do? What did you do? Because there has to be two occurrences for a curse to work. One, there has to be a action of debt, meaning you had to do something to somebody that was so heinous that they now are taking their life force and working against you. Okay? Meaning, it's not going to be your ex girlfriend. It's not going, just because she is paying someone money to work magic for you. It has to be that you owe a debt, a cosmic debt there that they can play on, first of all. Second of all, you have to believe the person has power. Otherwise, it doesn't work. People, Joe gets annoyed with me. He's now made it into a joke when he go, he'll make the comment, "Dear God," and I'm like, "What?" Because we are deity and sparked. So therefore, there has to be, so working that principle, it's very difficult to curse somebody that believes they're God. And if you have the spark of deity, which every human does, and if you look at multiple religions, it even talks about that. Modern religions and non-modern religions, for those that are questioning and scratching your head, Genesis chapter 1, go read it. It'll be interesting. Any of the versions, all 26 of them, is quite well.
And also too, if you sit down, like, if you get a reading from me, reading from Aeson, reading from anybody, our intention is not to scare the shit out of you.
Depending.
But you know what I mean. Like,
I'll honestly say, I plan, if you come to me and you act like an asshole, yeah, I'm going to do what I call knock your socks off. I'm either going to make you cry at my table, fly out laughing, or when you get up from my table, you'll be like, I don't want to talk to him ever again because he just broke me apart.
but I mean like that. Oh, you're cursed. You know what I mean? That,
Right.
nobody's going to start right into this. You're cursed, and this is, terrible dark cloud over your head and that kind of thing.
Right.
Like, that's not, if they start right into that, just get up and leave.
Right. And do not
Seriously.
pay for it.
Yeah.
All right. In 36 years, you know how many curses I've seen? One. In all the tens of thousands of readings I have done, non-professional and professional, I've seen one curse. And that's because the person deserved the curse.
All right. I call it karma. Karma, curse. Yeah.
Yeah. And when they asked me, I need you to remove this for me, I looked at them and go, I ain't removing that. You have an out. You can go and apologize and pay back that family's money and take care of what you promised that woman you would do, or you can live with your damn self.
Right. You want to get rid of the what, we can call it anything. We can call it bad luck, but a curse, a hex, whatever. Right. You want to fix it, go do right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. Just go do right.
Yeah. And what this person had done was they had stolen the last penny this single grandparent, meaning they were parenting their grandchild, had.
Well, shame on him.
Yes. He got exactly what he damn deserved, and he'll have it until the day he dies.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk this other bullshit. Generational curses. blow me the fuck up. I know as children, and you probably even get to see this movie more often now because you're teaching in grade school, they still read and hopefully still watch The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Whoa, I haven't heard that for a long time.
Okay. The Narnia Adventures.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And when the Winter Queen dies, everything melts, everything dissolves, everybody comes back from being stoned, all that fun stuff, guys, right? Yeah, that's what happens when a witch dies. The magic, unless it was greatly intended to be kept fed, like any other houseplant, it dies. It stops existing because she's transference, so everything else is transference. There is no damn generational curses.
No. No, that's another thing. If they start on out, I can remove generational curses. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay. It's bullshit. So let's talk real prices. And we're going to go bougie. We're going to use my New York prices. When I say New York prices, these are prices I charge in more affluent areas. Reiki services for an hour treatment. The most I've ever seen, and this is when you got a glass of pure sparkling water at the end of your spa treatment, $240 for an hour.
That's, I mean, yeah.
Bougie.
Yeah, I don't charge that.
Yeah, I don't either. I think my max is 60.
That's what 60, 65.
Mm-hmm.
I'm terrible. I can't think of them right off the top of my head.
Right.
The energy, the skincare, the energy facials, I don't know yet.
Right.
Like I said, I gotta get that out there, but it's not going to be. I know I did read an article, and it's somewhere in New York for energy facials, $500 an hour.
Yeah, that's a little much.
That's not. Don't get
New
scared.
York prices.
Yeah, don't get scared. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
That's
Right.
I like things to be affordable. I'm a real person, and I like to keep things real.
Right. Well, and the point of when I say bougie, it's because pricing is not the same across the board. The same $10 cannot do the same thing in New York as it can do in Alabama.
Right. You're right.
Okay. I don't have a psychic retail setup where you come in and you sit in the salt room for an hour. That's literally a walled-in room that they have took and plexiglassed and filled with Himalayan or whatever sea salt.
You ever do one of those?
Uh-huh. Have I ever done that? Yeah, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's one of the things that'll go into Raven's Nest if it's ever built. And you're paying for experience.
Right.
You come to me for Reiki, you're getting sat in a chair, you're getting a Reiki treatment in a chair. I don't have a massage table yet. And off you go. 20, 30 minutes is about the max. If you're really pushing it, we'll go an hour.
So I do singing bowls.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the sound stuff, and you're on a massage table, but I don't have salt for you to stick your toes in.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing when I go to a salt room.
Mm-hmm.
I just it's because I love the beach. I'm an ocean girl, and I like my feet in the sand. So I think that's why I enjoy Salt Cave so much, because I just sit there and dig my feet in that salt, and it's
right.
You can go someplace else for a little bit.
Right. Okay. So there's that. Readings, and I'm trying to think of what I have seen out there. Matter of fact, I think the most expensive I have seen out there is $400, and the name that's attached to it That's an important point. The name that's attached to it, it's worth it.
Right. It's the name.
Yeah.
I remember just out of curiosity, one time I went on her website, and this was years ago, and she has since passed away, Sylvia Brown. And I think a reading from her was like $600.
$850.
Maybe $600 was for like 10 minutes or something.
No, she only done 20-minute readings, and they were $850.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember, but I knew it was like a lot. But it's the name, and she wrote a lot of books and that,
Well, not only that, but it's the name. Okay. It's the value that comes with it. And I'll be honest, right now, the highest charging reader out there is John Edwards at $850 for an hour.
He's the highest one out there right now.
Right now. But let's look at John Edwards. What does he have with that? All right. He has had multiple TV shows. You're paying for the name. You're paying for his skill level. All right. You're paying for the availability.
Right. If you're anybody that's been on TV, had TV shows, things like that.
Right.
That's going to be a big number.
But that's an hour. Okay. My most expensive setup, and that is, they are very rare whenever this person books me, and it's $300 per session. But that is an event. I'm not the only one there. You're coming for a conference and a private reading with me. And like 4 other psychics, and we do training all day, and you get a reading.
Oh, well, you got a lot going on. You got the workshops and things like that.
You have the workshops, you have workshops all day, we do a luncheon, and you do me, or one of the others. Okay. And that's an hour session with me, and we go into deeper stuff. Now, what's the difference? Here's a really hard-ass difference about it. You can book a private reading with me on my site. It is online, or it is over the phone. It is $100 for an hour, and there's no difference in that than the reading I give you. The other part is the experience and the tasks and travels it takes. I.e., me getting up and taking my happy little butt onto a plane and flying either to LA or Florida or wherever we're hosting the Psychic Circle at, and the expenses are there because we got to pay for the hotel and the private booking room and yada yada yada.
Right.
Yeah. Or you can hop on my site, book an hour, and you better come loaded. Come loaded. I tell everybody, for every question, think about 5 to 10 minutes. So an hour, you better have about 10 questions. And ask for a general reading at the same time.
Yeah. Like for
These
me,
are reasonable human prices.
Right. My 1 hour, $78.
Correct.
And yeah, for an hour, have more than just a general reading.
Yeah.
Because an hour in a general reading, a general reading is just that, it's general. I mean, we could sometimes, usually things will pop up that we can hone in on, and we can go from there.
Right.
But like, for a whole hour, do have your questions, do have some things you want some guidance and clarity on, because that general is like, that it can be all over the place.
Right. And it can go all over the place. That's why I do not normally do generals on the show.
Right.
But
I mean, we can do generals at events. People come to events. When I do events, it's like a 20-minute reading because there's so many people that want to have a reading. Right. So I try to set a timer and keep it at 20 minutes. You could do a general for that.
Right.
I just like you to have, specific questions so we can get right to it
Get
and help
into
you
it.
out.
Right. I recommend, if you've never had a reading with me, book a 15-minute session. That's all I need. Or really, that's all I need. Now, if you got a lot of shit, like we're looking at changing jobs and careers, and we're also dealing with a boyfriend that's an idiot, and we're doing, we're also going to be looking at setting up with your life goals, and we're going to do some life coaching, which you guys are going to see a lot more life coaching coming out of me, because that's the direction I'm headed in. Professionally, yeah, if you really want to get goals and setting your life up, go over to psychic coaching you and book a discovery call there. That's not a reading. That is a discovery call to work on building your own self up.
Yep. Like a 1 hour is like for the nitty gritty to cover a lot of things.
I'm not coming to just fix a leak in your, financial sink. We're showing up to clean the house and get your life in real order.
15, 30 minutes, like my 15 minutes is 32.50 and my 30 minutes 52. I mean, we can cover a lot in there too.
Yeah.
Your specific stuff. You'd be surprised how much we can get covered in 15 to 30 minutes, really.
Right. So this 3,000 this person has dropped on the table. Let's do some math here, people. What they should have gotten is at least 5 1-hour readings. That'd be 500. They should have had a year's worth of Reiki there.
Yeah, I was just thinking this is like a year's worth of services.
Yeah. Paid up front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
and
if somebody...
fuck the candles.
What's that?
And fuck the candles.
Yeah, no candles. Go to Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
So yeah, like say somebody was super generous and got you a $2,500 gift certificate to Tracy Vann. Shit, we could do all kind of stuff for a year.
Yeah.
We could do Reiki, we could do access bars, we could do the energy facials, we could do readings. I mean,
yeah. Which I've thought about running a membership. I don't know. I'm still kind of tying into that and figuring out if I want to do that. To where like you get a reading every 2 weeks, you get a session with me every 2 weeks, a 30-minute session, and it's like a subscription-based thing, and maybe I'm kind of take the life coaching side and smack it with the psychic side, and kind of run those together. I'm still trying to figure that out. That'll be well into the middle of next year before you see that service. All right, let's take a break and we'll come back.
Welcome back, Goblins! My name is Jason, and I am the host of the Esoteric Book Club, a podcast that examines titles on the magical, paranormal, the mysterious, and the strange. I release 2 episodes a month, in which I review books on esoteric topics, recap news of the weird, and conduct interviews with authors, practitioners, and experiencers. The Esoteric Book Club can be found on every major podcast service, or can be streamed directly from esotericbookclub.org.
Hi, I'm Tracy Vann. I provide a blended reading consisting of mediumship, psychic, and tarot cards. A reading from me can cover any guidance you need, from relationships with your partner or your family, spiritual, financial, any questions you may need clarity on. If you would like to book an appointment with me, check out my website, tracyvann.com. That's TracyVann.com. I have bookings from 15 to 60 minutes you may choose from. That helps if you just have a quick question, need an answer, or if you're looking for a reading in more depth. I'm here to provide the guidance and clarity for you. Let's just figure it out. Bye.
Hi, Techie Joe here. I work with Aeson Knight and some of the best psychics in West Virginia to create amazing live streams and podcasts for the Psychic Coffee Shop Network. Together, we brew up great content discussing news, events, hot topics, and more, all from a psychic perspective. On the Psychic Coffee Shop, we interview amazing authors in the metaphysical realm. Coffee and Tea combines Aeson with Tracy, Dottie, Natalie, or Lady Gwendolyn for the good and the bad of being a psychic. Shameless Self-Promotion with Dottie the Psychic talks to leading and emerging YouTubers and business owners in our community. Mountain Bears brings you the latest in LGBT news and politics. The Psychic That Plans answers the question of, well, how a psychic plans. Plus, we're live on air. We take your comments and your questions, including psychic advice questions. Check out our amazing programming, book an appointment with top psychics, and find out all the wonderful things we have to offer at pcsbnetwork.com today.
Hi, I'm Aeson Knight. I provide tarot readings covering everything from love and relationships to your life questions and your most spiritual answers. And also, I provide a lot of guidance in finances and divorces and all those relationship problems. So, if you'd like to get a reading from me privately, not on air, you can feel free to do so by visiting aesonknight.com and booking your appointment. I also provide on-demand services, so if your life is a little chaotic, you can go ahead and click that call now button there on my site. Great for a quick answer question. All right, guys, back to the show. Enjoy. All right, welcome back. So let's kind of wrap into this because, guys, we're going to try to keep it under an hour, hour and a half. But what do you do? What can this person do? Now, these are the harder things when it comes to working with this. Now, granted, this is only $3,000 they've been scammed out of. I've dealt with cases that are much more. I'm sure you have too. And I'm talking $100,000. $200,000. First of all, you're going to contact that credit card company because they're going to have a fraud department. And then you're going to, if it is below $10,000, go to your local PD. If it's more than $10,000, that's when you have to find your field office for the FBI. You'll have an agent that is assigned to dealing with these scam artists. I've never ran into an FBI office that does not have one that specializes in this. Because we dealt with this almost 2 years ago here in Beckley.
Really?
Yeah. There was a psychic that's opened up a shop, and I would have been all fine and good. I don't mind competition. As you know, I think we all rise up in this industry as long as we're ethical. And it got reported that, she was charging like $900 for a rock out of the river that supposedly came from the Vatican and, $1,500 for dirt from this and that and, just bullshit. One of the detectives contacted me and says, is this standard practice? And I'm like, nope. And by the way, here is agent's number. Go ahead and contact them.
It just makes me really mad because that stuff makes people like you and I look bad.
Right.
We all get lumped into that, and it just really pisses me off.
Well, and that's why, every psychic that is on this network, every psychic that I even work with that you guys don't get to see, because there are a lot that, work internet work-wise, I require them to have a code of ethics. And yeah, West Virginia Psychics, I own that. We hold very high to that code of ethics.
You'll see mine on my website.
Yep.
Sure, Aeson has his one is.
I have mine on mine. They're there. Now let's go out of the league. When I say out of the league, meaning not controlled by the world of Aeson. Let me get his site because I love Bob to death. He is a private eye. And you're currently going through his review that's taking a bit.
I kind of thought I was forgotten about.
No, you got to understand everything he does. He just doesn't hire psychics. He does tests. He does background checks. He goes through it all.
And he does it all himself, correct?
Correct. Him and
He
his
don't
wife.
hire anybody to help him.
No.
That's a lot for one person to.
Him and him, and he's an author, and he's wrote books, and he's just still a private eye, still working cases. He verifies every psychic out there that he even enlists, and he does a full background check on you. He digs into everything. And yeah, I'm on there. Yes, I make you write a code of ethics in your tarot class.
And hopefully I'll be on Bob's list soon.
You will. You're in the process. It can take up to, he tells you it can take up to 18 months for us to even look at approving you.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to go do background checks. He's going to be looking you up and, down and making sure that you're ethical and that you're for real.
And I ain't scared because I'm not selling Bob no candle.
No, honey. Matter of fact, which reminds me, there's a scam going. He sent out a scam email earlier this week that I need to talk to you about later, but I'll tell you what's going on with it. So he goes through and constantly, every so often will pull your number, and him or his wife or, somebody that works for him will call and do a reading with you. And he only deals with real psychics that he can verify. Corby is on there. Love Corby to death. She's an amazing reader. She's the one that wrote the book that I always recommend for readers, to get. You've got the magic who needs a genie. And I'm not popping up anyhow. I'll have to look into that. So there's that. But, I'm there. There's others there. But you can go onto Bob's site there and select where you live. And you can find a reader, and you can find how much the reader is and see the reviews and all that. And he verifies everything going on there, all that. But anyway, so hello, Patricia. Which there's my profile over at Bob's site if anybody was curious of what a profile looks like. So yeah, there's a process. Well, so someone caught on to the process and has been calling psychics and getting an hour reading that Bob will send you a check for. Bob doesn't do that.
They're faking that they work for Bob.
They are faking they work for Bob. Bob doesn't do that. Bob comes in undercover and just books a reading with you. Yeah. I'm glad you do, Patricia. We love having you in. So, no one's going to call you on the phone and go, "Hi, I work for Bob." They're going to call you they're going to go into your booking system and book an appointment and go, "Hi, Tracy. Yeah, I found your website. I'd like a reading." And they want a real reading.
And they paid for it.
And they pay for it.
Nobody's going to mail you a check.
Yeah, no one's going to email you a check or send you a PayPal link. So, the scams get pulled on psychics too. So, we have to watch those and, business,
For sure. They try to run game here too.
They try to run game on the freaking, y'all guys don't understand the level of upset I get when people are popping in spam crap into the feed, because I'm very protective of my listeners. I'm very protective of my watchers. I really find it so awesome that you show up, you listen to us run our mouths, you'll hopefully enjoy it, maybe learn something. Devoting that 1 hour's time is valuable, even if it's just 5 minutes of it. All right, Patricia. So you want to start doing people's readings for donation. Right now, you just read for yourself. So this is what I want you to do. First of all, you're going to find 5 people that you can read for. You do not want your best friends. You want their secondary or thirdary friend and bestie friends.
Their co-workers, something like that.
Yeah, whatever. And you read for those 5 people. And if 3 of them come back and tell you that you were right, then you go and you get onto like a Facebook Live or something like that, and you do a live. And you just take whatever questions until you can you can do 10 readings. If you can do 10 readings back to back, then you're good. Then you start charging. Okay? You've got to build that muscle. You've got to do that technique. You've got to get that strength up there. It's like running. I can run a marathon, not physically. Psychically, I can run a damn marathon. I line them up, 20 people, let's go. Get me 20 more lined up, let's go. Okay?
When I first started,
but it takes practice.
Yes, when I first started and I did my first I think my first big one was like 12 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I did it well, but just be aware that when you get done and you get home that night and the next day, you're going to feel so hungover.
Mm-hmm.
And but that doesn't last forever. Now I can do events and I can do 20 some people and I'm tired, but I'm tired just like anybody would be after they work all day.
Yeah.
But that drain. So baby steps, dear. Don't
go out to run a marathon.
Right.
Let's discuss this donation thing. No. Do not do it that way. A plumber is not going to come to your house and fix your leaky faucet for a donation. Start out right.
9 times out of 10. Sorry, Aeson, I didn't mean to keep talking over you.
You're fine.
I just had 9 times out of 10, honey, when you say, if you do a Facebook Live and you say, donations, you're not going to get anything. People like something for nothing.
Right.
And
we love doing readings. I do a lot of pro bono work. Don't feel like that. But the point there is for you to honor the energy, even if you're using intuition, that is energy. And for you to honor your own work. And I know it's hard starting out, but honor your work.
Yes.
Set a minimum. If you're going to use the word donation, because I do believe it is in Kentucky and Illinois, you have to use the word donation. And in every state, you have to be either a minister or a therapist because you're dealing with personal stuff. That's federal law. Get those in line first before you do that. But fine, use the word donation, but set a minimum. Okay? Because you have to honor the energy you are putting out.
Even if it's just $5, that's cool. It's something.
Yeah. $1 a card. That's what I tell all my students. You're worth at least $1 a card. Okay? It's not hard. It's not difficult. But honor your energy, Patricia. Honor the work you're doing. Because it's not just your work, it's your guides' work. Especially if you're using intuition, there's guides helping you there. Honor that work. And here's the other thing. And we learned this in Blog Talk days. Literally, because I used to listen to Blog Talk. I used to be on other people's shows. I'll still go on shows over there once in a while. Same people come in, they ask the same question, you give them the same answer. Guess what? Next Tuesday, they're back. Same question, same answer. They're not listening. They're not valuing the information. They're not paying attention to the information. So they're not honoring your work.
And that gets draining.
And that gets annoying.
Yeah. And draining.
Right.
Just don't let yourself get drained out,
Yeah. Don't let yourself get drained out. Don't let yourself get cynical. Because I promise you, as an old reader, you will get to a point in your career where you get cynical. Like, of course, you're dating an idiot.
I guess we graduated to that.
I'm at that point. I have told people, why don't you just burn his shit? He's so fucking annoying. Why the hell are you choosing to stay with this man you've been with for 30 years? You haven't loved for 5. So don't sugarcoat shit either. People want real, honest truth because they're coming to you for help. Telling him, oh, he's going to call you. Honey, he'll come back. He told you to drop in 10 years ago.
I, for one, will not blow a bunch of love and light up your ass.
Yeah.
That's
okay. So there's that.
And a lot of times people, they get upset, not upset, but you can tell they're like, meh, because you're not telling them what they want to hear.
Right.
Well, that's not what we're supposed to do.
No, you're a messenger.
Yeah, and if I told you what you wanted to hear, then I'd be full of shit.
Well, not only that, but I get a damn migraine. Sorry, no client of mine's worth a migraine. I'm not going to tell you that everything is fucking rosy. Unless it actually is rosy. Guess
right.
what? It does have thorns.
Right. Not all readings are like gloom and doom. I mean,
no. There's some people that call me and they're telling me what, and I'm like, why are you calling me?
Right. It's like, it's
why
all good.
Your shit's good. You got the man you wanted because you put out the energy that you wanted for the man. You've got the job you wanted because you put out the energy and took the steps to get the job you want. Why are you calling me?
Sometimes people just like to know that they're on the right track.
Well, no, this is already, we've got them through what I call crisis. Now, I'm going to do a little PRing. I have started another show with a different company. It's called The Modern Spiritualist with Aeson Knight. That is on the Modern Spiritualist Facebook page. Now, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. on Friday, that is tomorrow. Yeah, it is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be talking about setting your life up for success. This will be a little psychic planning. This is also going to be some working with manifestation and some goal setting. It's an hour-long show. If you guys want to come join me, I'll be sharing the link out where you can go watch that on YouTube. But that's Friday at 6 p.m. Okay?
I'm jotting that down so I can check you out there.
Yeah, it's a new show. It's a new company. It's where I'm teaching classes. You can go take my tarot class. It's up. My astrology class is up. Yeah, the ones that don't want the truth don't come back. No, and they normally leave bad feedback. I promise you. Go look at my feedback. He's rude. He's an asshole. He didn't tell me what I wanted to hear. It literally is, you didn't want to hear what I gave you.
Right. I get a lot of that. Yeah. I can feel it coming back. Like I can feel it. I'm like, yeah, I know I'm not telling you what you want to hear, but
yeah,
you want me to keep going or what? Like, I know, I can instantly feel it. Like if I'm not telling you what you want to hear, believe me, I know.
Right.
I feel it instantly.
Right.
But I'm not going to switch gears and like change it up to tell you what you want to hear, but just know that I can feel that.
Right.
When you got that.
So if you guys want to see about set yourself up for success in the life you want, there's the link for that. And guess what? You make the same damn mistakes like I did this time. You can ask Tracy. For 3 months, I went off social media. I took on a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of projects moving. We've got to get them reorganized. But there's the link. We'll talk about that tomorrow night there. Oh, the star card come up. Cool. So you're looking for guidance and to guide others. You need to figure out how to be the North Star. Very interesting.
It's a good card.
Mm-hmm. So what are you doing? Are you just doing your readings? Do you have any shows coming up? Because I know you are on a circuit.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I have. I didn't know if you're talking. I have my here. I got my little flyer so I could remember. It's Saturday. It's Saturday, January 7th, from
Mhm.
11 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Mystical 2023 New Year's Fair, and that's at Library Fire Hall in South Park, PA.
Oh, how nice.
I'll be doing that. And I usually do something every month. However, I don't have my date for February yet.
Yeah.
And there's a big one in March,
Right.
Three Rivers.
Yeah.
But the one, if you want to see me soon, is this Saturday.
Right. And
11.
that'll be fun. In
Mhm.
person.
There's they got vendor. There's not just readers. There's vendors. Let's see, artisans. They got a massage therapist.
Mhm.
Get a massage while you're waiting for your reading.
Mhm. Yeah.
They're doing a workshop, a visionary board workshop.
Cool.
Cool stuff.
Right.
It's a good fair, a good event.
Yeah, and it is. And I've been so proud of you for doing it.
Well, thanks.
You know, that was one of those things that's like, yeah, get out there and work the circuit. You're still young. You know, don't get too big in your circuit because, dear God, I think I was covering 4 states at one time and traveling, like to Canada. I went to Canada, done psychic fairs, was going out to LA 2 or 3 times a year. I'm glad those have not started back up.
Yeah, I don't have the lifestyle to do that kind of traveling.
Well, no, because you also have to be feeding the kitties and taking care of the puppies and making sure the husband doesn't bring an engine into her kitchen.
Yes. Yes. There's a
Because
lot of
left unattended husbands do the weirdest things.
I don't know if I ever told this story. It just made me think of it. A few years back, he was grilling outside on the grill, grilling, and got some grease on his shirt. And I said, you got some grease on that. I said, just throw it in there and I'll shout it out,
Mm-hmm. But
Next
she's
day,
talking about more than praying it away.
next day I see the shirt. It don't look like a bleach stain. I don't know what it looked like, but it was trashed. And I'm like, what happened? I was going to wash that. Oh, I thought I could get the stain out with some brake cleaner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brake cleaner.
Mm-hmm. I can see that happening.
If I went away for a couple weeks home and in my laundry room, the shot would be replaced with brake cleaner.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit that happens here. So I can't be away too long.
Well, even my little Joe, we love Joe. He's a lovely co-host. He's very techy. So we moved his office out of my living room because I decided I had enough. It had been 4 years that I hadn't had a living room. I wanted a living room where I could sit down and actually chill for a minute. To have a recliner. We're still working on the recliner part. So we're moving his office and I counted it. Within 5 years, he had accumulated 12 computers. Not actively using them. Not parts computers. Projects. 12 guys. Stashed here and there and underneath the desk. And I'm like, what's next? You're going to bring a server in here? You can do that in your room.
Computers, car parts, tomato.
Same thing. Yeah, he could build them. He has technology. He has zip drives. Do y'all remember zip drives? I remember them from high school. He has zip drives and parts for zip drives. And I'm like, dear, they now no longer make those. He says, I know, I've got to hold on to them.
I might need this one day. Oh my goodness. That's my husband's favorite. I might need this one day.
Uh-huh.
And you just say, okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Just put it where I don't see it.
And my other one, the invisible assistant. He is now on PS4. He has PS2. He has some little game controller, and he buys these things up like they're candy when he can. Like, he has got video game crap, and I'm like, you haven't played that game in 2 years. I know, but I might want to someday.
Mm.
It won't even work on the system. I know, I've got the system in the closet. Goddess love their hearts. He has his own room, too. It's like, put that in your room. Put that in your room.
Don't let me see it.
Have you touched that in 6 months? No. Great. Get it out of my house. No, I might need it. Have you needed it the past 5 years? No, but one day.
I'm not intentional. Maybe subconsciously, talking about throwing things out. I've been on a kick. I just started the other day.
Yeah.
I'm in my pitching mode.
I've never owned so much stuff in my life. I used to have a rule: if it did not fit in my car, I didn't need it.
Yeah, I'm in this, like, I wish I had more time, but I'm trying to organize, clean out closets, that kind of thing.
Right.
Because every time I open one, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I wish I had time.
Make time.
Yeah.
I'm going to start one day a week of decluttering very soon because I can't take it.
Yeah, it must be that time of the year or something I'm getting like at where I need to declutter.
Fresh and antsy and ready to move. Yeah, spring's coming. So my gypsy blood is like, it's time to get moving. And I'm like, I own a house, I can't move. So we're going to work on that one. All right, guys, we're just rambling. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. I hope you learned something. That's bad. That's bad. That was good, Brenda. That one took my breath. All right, guys. You guys have a magical night. We hope you enjoyed. I will be back tomorrow on Modern Spiritualist, and then right after that at 8 o'clock, we will back with Mountain Bears, and Joe will be with me. And we're going to be sharing how our 22 ended and how our 23 is taken off. And with that, you guys have a magical evening. Bye, y'all.
I feel better, Aeson.
We'll see.